This is getting wild. The National Guard is going to be here now for the solar eclipse. This article today was released in an Oklahoma newspaper saying that they will have guardsmen present in McCurtain County for the solar eclipse. But things get much weirder. The 22 members of an elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed in Broken Bow, in addition to 110 to 150 Oklahoma Highway Patrol troopers. They're also urging residents to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event and to have full fuel tanks. They're also saying that it's likely that communication facilities could be overloaded, possibly making it difficult to make cell phone calls. Similar warnings are going out in different states, including Noblesville Fire Department in Texas. And apparently schools are canceled this day, and people are going on Twitter writing statements like this: something strange is definitely happening. My kids in 3 different schools all got notices that school will be closed that day.
Fronted by a new world order and a U.S. president that is carrying out their silent war, we are living in a time of reckoning, and through signs, God is speaking directly to those with ears to listen.
In Genesis 1:14, God declared the sun and the moon were for signs.
Right.
The only signs they can give is eclipses. All right. And the nice thing about eclipses, no false prophet can manipulate it. Solar eclipse means judgment is coming upon a nation. Since we become a nation in 1776, there has only been 8 total solar eclipses that have completely crossed the United States. 2 of them occurred during the Revolutionary War. 3 of them occurred during the Civil War. 2 of them occurred during the Vietnam War. Of those 8, only 1, which was the one 7 years ago, it only crossed the United States.
Why has Homeland Security been preparing to hijack this biblical event?
The sheriff called me yesterday, and after he got done telling me everything inside this meeting that was happening, I pretty much was nerve rattled after what I heard. Who's this meeting with? It's with Homeland Security.
People want to do us harm, use an event like this where a lot of people are gathered to do some type of terror event.
The director of the Lake County Emergency Management Agency told me they've been preparing for the solar eclipse now for about 2 years.
They've been preparing for this for 2 years. Imagine that, for 2 years. He said, during the solar eclipse, while people are all out there looking, they're planning, the intel that they've got is a possible biological attack on people while the solar eclipse is freaking happening.
Like, here's from Kenton County Homeland Security and Emergency Management. Here's what you should do before. Ensure you have a full gas tank. Ensure you are stocked on groceries. Have alternative communications for an eclipse that's going to last about an hour. And here's another one. Buy necessary groceries and gas. Expect heavy traffic and long lines for local services.
Oklahoma, the National Guard will have guardsmen present for the total solar eclipse on April 8th. Communication facilities could become overloaded, possibly making cell phone calls difficult.
So Niagara Falls declared a state of emergency for something that hasn't happened yet. So Niagara Region declares state of emergency to prepare for solar eclipse crowds. Apparently it's going to be one of the best places in Canada to watch the solar eclipse. Declaring a state of emergency strengthens the tools the region has at its disposal, etc., etc. It's just strange that I've never heard of declaring an emergency before the emergency happened. If anything, they'd say something like, we're going to have a lot of cops out on that night because there's going to be a lot of people in town. But the other strange thing that's happening is NASA is launching 3 rockets into the solar eclipse during the solar eclipse on April 8th. They're sending them into the eclipse shadow and they're hoping to learn things. But perhaps the weirdest thing of all is that CERN, which has apparently been shut down for the past 2 years, is turning on and testing its most powerful particle accelerator during the solar eclipse. If you didn't know, CERN is this massive particle accelerator underground in Europe. And this is their logo, which looks unassuming. but there are actually 3 6s within that logo. Also, there was a large, strange celebration when that CERN got opened, by the way. If you ever watched the video, it's kind of giving demonic vibes. So yeah, CERN's turning on, they're sending rockets towards the shadow of the moon, and there's a state of emergency. So let's see what happens April 8th.
So I stopped into work to get a 15-piece nugget, and there's this on the front fucking desk. FEMA has stopped by to give us a disaster assistance notice with the deadline of April 8th. That's strange. That's the same day as the solar eclipse, and everyone's freaking out about it.
Well, mine's a little dark. I just feel a lot of concern that 2024 may be the year of a black swan event. This is a national security event with high impact that's very hard to predict.
They've been preparing for this for 2 years. Imagine that, for 2 years. He said, during the solar eclipse, while people are all out there looking, they're planning, the intel that they've got is a possible biological attack on people while the solar eclipse is freaking happening.
Pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which would bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. The COVID-19 crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack.
For watching my video. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out my other videos. Please visit my website at samstwitch.com. My Twitter profile is at samstwitch_sam. My YouTube channel is at youtube.com/samstwitch. I post videos that I cannot post on YouTube on my BitChute channel at bitchute.com/samstwitch.